Good morning, Sunday, 11/17/2013, 7:53 a.m. REGN. It has been a great bull run to these highs that got it extremely overbought when we were covering it with our trading staff that we needed to pull back. And we have a daily consolidation down here at these bottoms. One of the things that we have found out is that we finally hit a low of 271 on these lows on this 5-day. This is called a 5-day consolidation with the 277 lows, and we tested these lows over here on 11/13. That low was 274. Now we've been breaking out up to the highs, slamming into these daily simple moving average resistance levels. Yes, we do have and have had a daily buy signal. So it's been a great trade to sell short up at the top end. And not only that, if we look carefully, if we look very, very carefully, we will find out that this particular consolidation above that 100-day simple moving average, I will blow this up for the MMTs to get a very good look at it. And we can see that all of the simple daily moving averages down here. So what is the most resistance level right now is the 50-day simple moving average, which is at 294.51. Let us not forget that we closed at $280. That's roughly $14 move back up to test that wall of resistance with that simple daily moving average sell signal that people look at. That's called a MACD. We use other forms of making our decisions with our own platform. So this is called a major consolidation base. What ends up happening in these cases, as you consolidate, you dip, you buy at support, and you continue to sell into resistance. The key factor is how this base, this handle of this base, starts its ascending breakout, meaning that the lows are higher, even though, and that the resistance levels move up higher, and then eventually we look for a breakout to come all the way back up here. And here's the greatest move right here, is testing these highs at 304. So roughly from the bottom of the base of the 5-day base, this is the intraday low of the base, but this is the 5-day bottom of the base. So we would go back over here 3 days ago at that low of 274. Now the lows are slightly a little bit higher in that base of 276. The wall of resistances must be taken out. Another thing that we're going to look at very carefully is what that weekly chart looks like. It's very important to understand what the weekly versus the daily is. And why is it that the stock on a weekly level, when we got extremely overbought, that 10-week moving average, 10-week simple moving average is at 294. Wall of resistances, it's below it. However, the 20-week simple moving average is $274. It reflects the daily part over here. So what I am telling everyone, when this thing dips, it's the place to be. If we were to break the 20-week moving average, then we're going to break this lower daily support level on that 100-day moving average. I can say that it's been the best bull in the pharmaceutical area. One of the things about the history of it is that we can see clear back over here where this thing came to life. And it came to life like any pharmaceutical companies way back over here. You think that Tesla had a good move. Hey, this thing was down here. And once again, I'm just giving some history. You know, you were $28, $30 a share. That outperformed any of your stuff like the LinkedIns and the Teslas of the world and whatnot. This here is a bull in the pharmaceutical area. It will be one that will stay on our list. It will be one that we will keep monitoring what the FDA has to say, what kind of new medications they have, when all the fundamentals and the earnings, that's a different story. But we will monitor them. And we will monitor them because this is the patient right now. So buy the dips, sell into the rips. This is the best one. This is the leadership. It's like a Google stock in the internet stock or a Priceline being a great leader. This is the one. REGN. The ranges on a weekly level, the prior week was $34 in a 5-day trading range. This last week was $23 in a 5-day trading range. So the weekly trading ranges back on 10/6, it was $36 trading range. That means the long side and the short side. So you rally up, you sell short, and you rally down in the bear side. And these are the total dollar price movements. One of the things that we'll be doing is we'll be taking a look at the options, what the options look like, the monthlies. So if this thing continues to hit the wall of resistances, then it would be buying a strike price at that resistance level. We'd be looking at a short-term trade on the put side. We can see right now that one of the things that we're going to cover is the daily volume. There isn't much daily volume here at all. So it's an illiquid options trade as far as the daily volume that we look at. So we know how to manipulate illiquid options to our benefit on the entry and the exit, and how the options can move. And as the equity price moves up higher and you get the entry, then the options go up higher no matter what. They don't have to trade any volume. Something you should learn. REGN, the bellwether for 2014 and the pullback for the end of this calendar year at support levels. Buy the rips, sell the what? Dips. Once again, here is the major key resistances for the daily simple moving averages and that base. If we break that 20-week simple moving average, I just drew a trend line of where this bottom came up when we had a pullback in here. This is ultimately the first support level. That's where we gapped slightly above it on a weekly level. We made these all-time highs up here. These all-time highs up here around, well, I can just tell you, this particular high up here, just so you know, was 307. This high over here, so you know, was 319.83. And anything that gets us overbought in a bull run has to pull back. Look at how overbought had to pull back. This is on a weekly level. Same rule applies when you got overbought. You have a short-term daily sell signal. Once this sell signal works itself off, this thing can break out much higher, and who knows where it really ends up going once that happens. So it's on our radar list. We're going to be buying support. We've traded it. We've looked at it all year. It's in the biotech sector. This is the pharmaceutical one.